I bet you didn't know the US government just spent millions of your tax dollars on things that sound absolutely insane. Watch to the end to understand the outrage. Let's break it down. USAID, the government agency responsible for foreign aid, has been throwing money at the most ridiculous projects. Here's just a taste. $7.9 million to teach Sri Lankan journalists how to stop using binary gendered language. $20 million for a brand new Sesame Street show in Iraq. $6 million to transform digital spaces with feminist ideals. $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. Oh, and they accidentally sent $10 million worth of meals to a terrorist group. Oops. And it gets worse. Your money is also funding $5 million to the same group tied to the Wuhan lab. $25 million to push green transportation in Georgia. No, not the US state, the country. $5.5 million for LGBT activism in Uganda. And let's not forget USAID's climate strategy, a $150 billion plan to push a net zero emissions world while you struggle to fill up your gas tank. But wait, there's more. USAID's spending spree doesn't stop there. They've also allocated millions to projects that seem to have little to no impact on the actual needs of the people they are supposed to help. For instance, they spent $3 million on a project to promote gender equality in the tech industry in Bangladesh. And then there's the $5 million spent on a cultural exchange program with North Korea. Yes, you heard that right. North Korea, a country that is known for its oppressive regime and human rights abuses. Let's take a closer look at where taxpayer money is going. $10 million was allocated to a project aimed at promoting democracy in Venezuela. Similarly, $20 million went to a renewable energy initiative in Africa. The US spent $15 million on a project to advance women's rights in the Middle East. Another $10 million was directed toward promoting LGBT rights in Russia. $5 million was used to fund environmental sustainability programs in China, one of the world's largest polluters. Meanwhile, $20 million was spent on economic development in India, $10 million to promote human rights in Saudi Arabia, and $5 million went toward cultural exchange programs in Iran, when our own system has room for improvement. $20 million was used for education initiatives in Afghanistan, and another $10 million was allocated to healthcare in Pakistan. $5 million went toward clean water initiatives in Somalia, and $20 million was dedicated to improving sanitation in Yemen, while some U.S. communities still lack these basic services. $10 million was funneled into peace initiatives in Syria, while $5 million supported security efforts in Iraq, while no attempt was made to secure communities at home. $20 million was directed toward economic stability efforts in Greece, while $10 million was spent on social justice programs in Brazil. The U.S. spent $5 million on cultural heritage programs in Egypt, and $20 million on promoting tourism in Thailand. $10 million was allocated to digital literacy programs in Indonesia, while $5 million was spent promoting entrepreneurship in Nigeria. Billions of taxpayer dollars are spent on projects across the globe, raising questions about whether this is the best use of public funds, especially when urgent issues remain unresolved at home. Consider some more investments. $20 million to promote innovation in South Africa, $10 million for public health initiatives in Mexico, $5 million to advance education in the Philippines, $20 million for economic development in Vietnam, $10 million to support human rights in Myanmar, $5 million for cultural exchange in Cambodia. The list goes on. $20 million for peace efforts in Colombia, $10 million for security programs in Peru, $5 million to strengthen economic stability in Chile, $20 million for social justice in Argentina, $10 million to preserve cultural heritage in Bolivia, $5 million to boost tourism in Paraguay. While these causes may be worthy, are they the most responsible way to allocate taxpayer money, especially given the critical needs at home? If all of this sounds insane, it's because most of it is not real and certainly doesn't require the level of investment suggested. Here's the cycle. We get taxed. USAID takes our money. They fund NGOs run by leftist activists. Those activists do nothing except take huge salaries and donate right back to the same politicians keeping this scam going. But with Trump and Elon threatening to slash USAID, things might change fast. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.